I don't remember exactly what the fuck I used to say in the beginning of
It
these things.
doesn't matter. Just fucking go.
So,
I hope this is all in there
I
too.
think I still have burp naming.
so
Sorry.
anyway, welcome to the AltTabMe.com podcast number. Wait, I don't think there's a number anymore. We haven't done these in a while. We decided that it would be an interesting idea to come together and just kind of talk the shit about what's going on. Since there's no real games that we're all playing or, like looking forward to or that we want to, theory craft about, we figured we'd talk about everything, all the things. So that is what this podcast is. This podcast is brought to you by AltTabMe.com, where we talk about all the things.
AltTabMe 2.0.
Yeah, Tab 2.0. That is very true.
All
Yeah.
the
Listen,
things.
that's the first thing I want to talk about.
Oh,
The
God.
fucking website is revamped. It's
Amazing.
awesome. And since I already started swearing, I guess we got to put a
Fuck
adult
disclaimers.
disclaimer on this one.
It'll be on there somewhere.
And it's probably gonna get downhill from here.
Yeah,
But
if he's drinking, especially because he's now nicknamed Bourbon Mike.
Bourbon Mike,
Should we
I
keep
realized
a
I
curse
cannot
counter?
drink beer, so it's all hard alcohol for me from now on out until I die,
Yeah.
probably from alcohol poisoning.
Mike's going
But
through a midlife crisis. It's cool.
it's right. Hey, midlife crisis equals 20-year-old girlfriends.
Oh.
That's the key. I already have the red
Mine
card.
won't. But that's
Okay, boyfriends,
20-year-old
20-year-old
girl like
boyfriends,
Billy.
hot guys. It works.
sure.
Don't worry. once you
Website.
get to 40,
Website. You were talking about website.
you'll be
Yeah, we
okay.
were talking about the website, Mike. Is that what
Website.
you're talking about?
Website. Sorry, the website looks fucking amazing. It's
So you'll see on the stream right now, you'll see the little banner going back and forth. These are some of the new features. So if you go to alttabme.com, you click these things. We have a new member guide. Actually, Millie up here, Jason, you'll see in the name. He put together a mock-up of basically all the things that if you were to come back to the site or you were new to the site, it's a little overwhelming when you go to a new website, right? And you're like, what do I do? And there's a shit ton to do now. Because we found that a lot of the games weren't really fulfilling our time. So we were like, why don't we make the place that we hang out the most fun? And so there's a ton of new features. And so you can check out that new feature thread and it'll basically walk you through in a non overwhelming, holy shit, we just crit you with a wall of text type of way, breakdown of what there is available. Some of the things are arcade games. I'm talking like 1990s, 2000, early 2000 flash games where you can compete for trophies and
screw that 80s games.
Yeah,
Who-
it's
who
Good
has the
old
title right now for
Atari
arcade
2600 games are on there.
who has the what?
Who has the title right now for the arcade game winner for?
Shut up.
I do actually.
Bruce.
Bruce is second, and
See, Bruce.
who's
Respect.
third? Topic.
Yeah,
Topic or
I don't
cheese? I couldn't
know.
remember.
I don't play the.
I don't know.
arcade.
After this
I'm bad.
whole top two, we battled it out pretty hard that no one came close to coming.
Yeah.
Even
So we played
close.
it. We played an old game called
Wow.
Curveball, and this thing is intense, man. And me and Bruce were literally just like until the last minute, we were battling it out, and we pushed our own scores further than we've ever pushed it before. Try the game; it's really cool. Curveball. It's fucking hard as hell, but it's fun as hell.
the crazy thing about the arcade is I was like, nobody's gonna play that. I don't care about that. And then as soon as he put it on, I was fucking addicted. I
fun to
started
play the old
playing.
games.
I
It's a good
started
time filler. You can't play it on your phone because it's flash games, but you can play it, anywhere else. And I mean, if you have Android, I think you could, but it's gonna play like shit. But it's not meant for that. It's meant to have that old school feel. You open the website and you go and play some games, and then through that we have an award system now, so you can gain credits, so you can actually buy like cool collectibles and things on the website that you can trade with other users. Think of it like a card game or like a Magic the Gathering or something, or like a Pokemon, got to catch them all type of thing. And you can gain all of those things by just participating on the site, posting new threads, replying to new threads, getting likes, stuff like that. There's all sorts of ways that all your interaction actually rewards you now. So perks like premium memberships or, tab memberships and stuff like that are all integrated now. So you don't have to shell out money if you don't have it to support the site. You're supporting the site by actually giving good content and participating in the content. And so I thought that was a cool way to bring people together in a way where you can actually get rewarded for what you're doing instead of just being like, so yeah, we're just talking to each other. But now it's kind of like gamification of, interaction. It's like a Facebook with games without the annoying pop-ups.
Yeah. Well, one of the things I really love about it is that you can get some of the perks that you would have to pay for previously, like colors on your chat, or change your name, or like Rux and Miranda did, sparkles on your name.
Oh god.
So you really show up when you're doing chat
Sparkles
stuff.
are fun.
They are fun. They are fun. I had to tone them down a little bit, and Rux is already giving me crap for it.
She
Already
was-
getting crap for it. I slowed
They're
down the
fun.
animation just a little bit, but I think it's all right.
She was crying about it last night.
I was proud that I figured out they were butterflies.
They are. They are
Yes.
butterflies.
I didn't know that at first.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and another one which I will probably be taking advantage of so that I can catch Bruce is the hints on the achievements on the site, because you get achievements
you
on the
cheater.
site.
You cheat.
I will cheat my ass off. once
I already had someone ask where Waldo was.
I still need it.
Ooh,
I gave him the
I have
hint.
no idea how I haven't found it yet.
I
but
need to
still-
find Waldo.
So you can bribe. So you can, as you're gaining credits just by doing stuff. There's like little things you can purchase, and so one of them is bribe an admin for a hint on where an achievement is, because some of them are really hard, and you just see the name of it, so you don't know exactly where it is. You have to kind of figure it out from the name. And the achievement system, by the way, is completely built from the ground up. Doesn't exist on any other software out there. Katie, one of our other admin, she created the shit out of this thing, and it's fucking amazing. It looks like
Props
World
to
of Warcraft.
Katie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks like World of Warcraft pop-ups, like when you get an achievement. It's fucking awesome.
K-Bams is the bomb.
Yep. And so some of them are hard, and so you can bribe an admin, but do not expect that to mean that the admin is going to write back to you and be like, it's here. No.
Right.
We're going to give you a hint, and that's it. You can't get it from that hint, buy another one.
Cheaters. All of you. Cheaters.
And
Cheaters,
the-
cheaters.
but you know what?
I have
If
yet
you
to
cheat,
Trying.
you have an inventory, and that little icon that you cheated stays on your inventory. So the more you do, the more it fills up your inventory, so people can see that you're a cheater.
I did not know that part.
Yeah,
I don't care.
there's a little black mark on your account for that. So,
The
I have
asterisk
to buy
system.
a cheat, so I'm good.
but I mean, you can also buy like stupid shit, like free hugs or tissues and shit like that for people. I mean, it's just
bought
fun.
the golden pig.
We all got sucked into the golden pig for shits and giggles.
Cute.
I was not gonna buy any of it, and then he put bacon on there, and I had to buy bacon. That's the only one I own.
So just
Yeah,
know
and-
though that they're talking about items that you buy for virtual currency. This isn't like you don't have to pay to get this stuff. You just have to participate on the site. That's the beautiful part of it.
Yeah, if you make a thread, you get points. If you log in every day, you get points. If you get replies to your thread, you get points, or gems. I should say they're gems.
Mhm.
And
Tab credits is what we call them.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, they
And it's
got a little gem icon.
Yeah, a little
that's-
diamond icon.
Yeah, and you can either pay for those with real money to help support the site, or just participating on the site, you get those, and you can use those to purchase whatever's in the store.
Well, and the reason for that, and I want to make that very clear, is the reason we did offer the ability to purchase is that obviously some people want to, collect them all and they don't want to wait, and, they want to, and also a lot of people like to support the site. So we wanted to give you a different reason. Yeah, and so there's also you can gift that stuff to other people that may not be able to afford it, or they may not be on the site as much. So you can gift premium now. You can gift, items. You can gift all sorts of stuff. So we wanted to give that option out there. But the beautiful part of it is that I think the best part of it is that you don't have to pay a dime.
Yeah.
And you can literally so I'm an admin. I'm not going to go and buy credits. I'm not going to put credits in my account. I'm going to do it the way that I'm supposed to. And I already have a really cool collection going on. So just by participating and stuff like that, it really rewards you, especially rewarding people for replying and being active on the site. And then to become a tab member, we don't have restrictions anymore. There's no application process. There's no, you have to have play this game with us. You have to, write a giant ass fucking thing about yourself. Like, we don't care anymore. What we care about is that you're active, you participate with the users, and then the users, the tab members that are currently there, they can then recommend you for tab status, and there you go. You turn into a Tab member, which gives you some certain perks to the website, but without it, you can still get the full features of the website going on.
And it's
Right.
pretty easy too. Yeah, it's really just hang out, be a cool guy, cool girl, but not be a douche. That's really the only requirements nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we don't really mess around anymore. Like we really like, it's just a place to chill, hang out, talk your mind, and be respectful.
Well, we've also figured out that what we care about is the community more than any one game, and that's basically what we've built here with Tab. So
The community that outlasts release dates.
Yeah.
No, but it's cool. We actually a guy that we had done a review for of mod mics. They're mics that can attach to your headphones. Actually, I think I have one here. I do. I have it. It's right here. So this is a mod mic, and so like I have headphones that don't have microphones, but you can actually just apply it right there, and so now you've got a really good microphone. And one of their reps came on our site and they posted a giveaway they were doing, and he messaged me and he said, dude, this site is like off the hook. He's like, it's so active. People are so fucking friendly. What's up with that chat box? People are crazy. Like, it's just
It
it's
is
fast.
kinda
It's
crazy.
fast paced. There's a lot going on, and that's why Millie's fucking new user guide is really helpful because it's it's a little overwhelming when you first come in, but it's very welcoming. And once you get to know everybody, I think it still has that family feel. And we do go on outings and adventures with each other. And you guys just did an event recently. What was it?
Well, we've done two in the somewhat recent future. PAX
Recent
East
future?
wasn't exactly
Future?
recent, but a bunch of us are on the East Coast, and some of us more Central and West Coast. But every PAX East, we try to get a good group together. We're preparing now. We know it's about 8 months out, but we're preparing for next PAX to try to get as many as we can to go, just to be a fun hangout, get together. But we also did a random Six Flags adventure as a Tab community, which I
So
think,
much fun.
yeah, we definitely were an adventurous group that weekend. We played some Dungeons and Dragons for shits and giggles. We hung out and played some Smash Brothers on a 3DS. We had other 3DS things. We had one guy bring his NVIDIA Shield. We're giving that a shot.
That's
And
cool.
of course, we actually went to Six Flags and rode a bunch of rides and drank.
Did anybody puke?
No, no one puked as
No,
far as I know. If they did, they hit it very well.
I feel like that's not a. I feel like you haven't gone to a theme park unless you've puked.
No, we marathoned it though. We were there from.
Oh my gosh, I was so tired.
Oh yeah, we were there from open to almost close.
Oh my god, it was
And
dark when we left.
Yeah,
when I left.
that's yeah. We were the
So-
last survivors. We had one member who had to go on the highest ride at night, so we let him go on, and we sat around, and I think I gambled on a claw game for a while. And then all of a
Nice.
sudden, I think it was about $40 later. I still didn't
All
walk away with
documented
it.
on
Bruce and his gambling. He likes to
Well,
gamble.
Well, they were giving away Xbox Ones and
There was an
PlayStation
Xbox
4s,
there.
so
It all equals out. You win a laptop, you don't.
yeah,
whatever.
exactly.
Sure.
I've done well in my gambling in the past. I've won in multiple claw games, stackers, the key game, the key slot game. I win at those things more often than I don't. So
Yeah. No, so I mean, like, look at this. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that Tab is now, and that's why we called it 2.0. Is because we really have honed the way that it works, the functionality, and the relationships that we created. Like, there's a ton of games out there. We play a ton of games now, but I think also, and I hate to say this, but with age and just the way that the gaming community is going, like, there's so many games out there that there's no World of Warcraft to just play constantly. There's no Ultima Online. There's no, it's not like, back in the day, there's no one game that you're just completely, enthralled in. So we allow for people to play any game they want. And then, like some of the guys are now playing Arcade, and some of the guys are playing ESO, and some are playing, Heroes of the Storm. They're jumping in and out of Hearthstone.
Yeah, we got a Hearthstone tournament.
Yeah, it's actually still going on. Our final two, they have their match this week. We're gonna do a
Ooh.
little shoutcasting on it. I'm gonna shoutcast it because I am horrible at that, and I have no idea how the game really works. So I'm
I
just
feel
gonna
like you would be a good shoutcaster.
yeah. I think,
But I think he would be a color guy, not a play-by-play guy.
yeah, no. If you want to watch it because you want to like see serious business, don't watch me shoutcast. That's if you want to laugh a little bit, then maybe at me mostly.
There you go.
I love how Tristan's idea is, I suck at this. I'm going to do it.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's more fun that way. I don't want to watch like Total Biscuit going up there and being like, so the meta game of what's going on here is very intriguing. And fuck that shit. It's a game. I want to talk about the fact that card looks pretty. I hope he uses it. Like,
I do like the pretty cards,
You're,
though.
you're like a girl at the dog races. Ooh, I like her name.
exactly. That's how I would do it.
You
do
know
you
the
guys hear
girls
the
usually end up
banging, by
winning
the
on
way?
those, right?
Yeah, and that's so frustrating. It's so wrong.
Every
So-
So
time.
I would bet if I was a bettor.
I mean, the one thing about then, and I want to bring this up because I feel like we don't actually advertise this anywhere for AltTabMe, is AltTabMe is a place where you can be of any denomination, any sexual, whatever the fuck
Orientation.
Thank you. You can be of, you can really like we have this section. It's called the rant section, and we have Christians, homosexuals, straights, white, black, whatever, you name it, talking about the hottest topics out there. You know what I mean? Like, we'll talk about fucking abortion for 5 hours, and it's respectful. I mean, sometimes it gets a little heated. Obviously, people get their opinions and stuff, and it gets pretty intense. But it's in a way where you can actually communicate with each other, and I feel like gaming communities don't have that. It's either you're a fag or fuck you, or I'm gonna beat your ass in this game, and that kind of stuff. It's very demeaning, and it's kind of like high school bullying. Whereas at Tab, we really try to make sure that you don't do that, and we give you the tools to not do that and do it in a constructive way. And we don't advertise that because it's not really like something that you go and be like, oh yeah, we have the gender neutral fucking website or whatever you would call it at this point. It's just a place where you can be yourself. You can be at work. You can come home, and you can just drink a beer and have some fun.
Well,
still
one of my
confused by
favorite
that.
things about Tab is that in the rant section, you're allowed to do pretty much whatever you want as long as you're not attacking the person on the other side of the screen. And most people respect that and also leave it there. They can have an argument with somebody over in the rant section and leave it in the rant section and then come back to the chat box and be friendly and be respectful and not have it be one of those things where it's going to color everything they do on the site. And I love that.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's like if you have a strong opinion about X in the rant section, I don't give a shit. It doesn't change the way that I'm going to game with you. I'm going to still fucking game with you. It's going to be great. So I find that you don't see that a lot on the internet, and I take pride in the fact that me and Katie were able to create a place where, you can go and be yourself no matter what yourself is, and really enjoy one another's company. Mind you, if you come in to just troll, you're out. We're gonna kick you out. And it's not even gonna be an admin thing. It's gonna be a community thing. They're gonna go, we don't want this person here. Get the fuck out. It's being able to enjoy the gaming community and not have the stigma of being in the gaming community, right?
Well, I think we all kind of grew up with that in some way, shape, or form. And, it's just kind of nice to have a place to go. And, Tristan said it very well. Now that some of us anyway, were maybe part of the older generation of gamers now. I can't believe I'm saying that. But so yeah, we didn't have the EverQuest anymore, and we don't have World of Warcraft anymore, or some of those other games that we used to call home. So now Tab is our home now, and we just enjoy each other's company. And when we have time to game together, we do that. And then if we don't, we keep each other company at work on the site, or after work, or on our phones. And so it's just a nice place to exist.
Yeah. It used to be that my community was between in the game. It was like I have a great group of friends that I made through World of Warcraft, and I played it for 8 years. And I've got friends in Australia that I could couch surf for a good probably 2 months I have enough friends. But when I got done with that game, it was like, well, what else do we have in common? But now with this, with AltTabMe, I got a group of friends that I can hang out with and talk about whether there's a game going on or not.
Yeah, and it's cool. I mean, like, what's some of the, so let's talk about like what's some of the newest shit that's come out that we're like we've been the hot topics. I mean, Windows 10 was a huge one for a while.
I'm
Yeah.
not touching that fucking thing yet.
See, you've got
I haven't touched it either.
so you've
What?
got
Oh my
these
God.
two, and then you've got me and Bruce. I installed that shit like 3 days before it was officially released. Bruce was on it the second day it was released, like, and we didn't even
love it.
care. We were like, let's do this, and then
Yeah, we YOLO'd, as
Yeah.
the young kids would say nowadays.
We
We
YOLO'd our
YOLO'd
shit.
our
Yeah,
operating
let's say it
systems.
now.
Well, here's my
I'll
thing. First,
eventually go. It's just not right now.
I probably will too, but I never install any Windows product right off the bat because there's always problems.
I used
I
to
have
not
that
do that too. I used to be with you. I agree, but for some
I
reason,
believe in Windows. I will always use Windows.
I don't believe in Windows at all, but I did read the reviews on what what people were telling us about 10, and they said it was solid. And the fact that you could upgrade solidly made me happy about it. The
Right.
thing I do not like about it is that they are trying to put a little bit too much, like, you know, they're trying to restrict things that they're they're an operating system, okay? You're a fucking operating system, Windows 10. You should not be looking at my files and going, well, that's not legit. We're turning that off. Fuck you. You're an
Exactly.
operating system. You're not my mom. Like, I don't like that at all. I don't like them going through my shit. And you
You're
can
the
turn off.
platform that I build on.
Right.
You're not supposed to be policing what I do.
Yeah. I mean, OS X doesn't do that.
Yep.
And it's a very solid operating system. Linux doesn't do that. It's a very fucking solid operating system. It's like they're trying to stick their hand in a little bit too much to appease almost like the sponsor type thing. Like, oh, well, you guys gave us money and you guys help pay our bills, so we're going to, you know, oh, Sony, we'll check to make sure there's no music on our machines that are running Windows 10 that's not, you know, legit. I grew up
And
in the
that's the
fucking
reason that
Napster
I
generation.
haven't
Fuck you,
upgraded
bitches.
yet, because I want to make sure that all the people that can hack it and do all the stuff and tweak it and figure out all the workarounds for those issues, get those done before I do it, so I can cheat off them and undo all the sharing and all the oversight before I put it in, because I am definitely one of those people that I will get my shit for free if I can.
Well,
I'll
Windows
be a pirate.
10 is free. I mean, it's like, you know, that's the good
Well,
thing about it.
For the first year.
For the for the
Yes.
first year, but to forever. You don't ever have to
Yes.
pay for it again. If you upgrade within the first year, it's free forever.
I thought it was only free
Nope.
for the first year.
Just
No,
to
it's
upgrade.
it's a free upgrade for the first year. If you don't upgrade within the first year, then you have to pay for it.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see in a year.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I like it. There's a couple bugs that are bothering the crap out of me, like text disappears here and there in my menu bars sometimes. I heard it has something to do with some fonts, and I didn't do a fresh install, and I know my computer needs one, so it's probably that. But I wish they would, you know, address some of that stuff. But overall, I think it's great. It's fast, it's snappy, and if you turn off the bullshit, it's pretty good. It's much better than fucking Windows 10, Windows 8 was.
Yeah, 8 was terrible. I went from 7 to 10, so the change wasn't actually that big. It just
I'm
kind
still
of,
using 8 at the moment, but
yeah, from 7 to 10, it just kind of spruced things up a bit. It didn't really do such a major overhaul where I felt like, oh, this is so unfamiliar. It's just like, oh, okay, so a couple of things are in different places. They just redid the start menu and then added a couple of different modifications and just added some tweaks and enhancements. It really didn't seem that big of a change.
it's a big change from 8 though.
Yeah. Well, 8 sucked.
My cat wants in on this Windows 10 conversation. He's like, meowing.
8 was like, I have 8 configured like 7. I have it where I don't use the
Then why would
tabs.
you even bother go from 7 to 8? And if you have 8
it's
configured
still-
like 7,
it's
you might as well
still
go to 10.
faster.
You know what?
Yeah.
8 is way faster.
No, 10 is
I mean-
faster.
Well, okay, sure. But 8 is way faster than
He
7.
goes, okay, sure.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm still on 7.
Well, if you're
Don't-
already on
look,
7,
is
or you're
good.
on, if you're on
Oh.
7 or you're on 8 trying to be 7, you might as well just be on 10.
No, I'm not 8. I'm not on 8.
Yeah,
I
see,
know, you're on 7. You might as well just be
I
on
was
7.
on 8. I figured I might as well just be on 10 because 8 had its issues. So
It does, but I have it configured like the old Windows, so I just use it as is. But the reason I'm on 8 is because my old laptop completely died on me. It just said, "Screw you, I'm not working anymore," and I had to buy a new laptop, and it had 8. So I tried it out, and I have it configured the way I like it, but I'll probably go to 10 soon.
yeah, I mean, they also have like OneDrive and all that stuff. Like they're offering a whole lot of free space for the cloud stuff if you like to do that, and it's pretty good stuff. I mean, I personally I'm not gonna use Microsoft for my cloud stuff because they look at your shit too much, but
Yeah.
it's a good deal. So I mean, they definitely are offering better things, and they're making really good apps too. For like, I have an iPhone and I use the Microsoft Outlook app for my email. I think it's better than all the other email clients out there. So I mean, they're definitely doing a good job on that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So
I've decided, so because I
He's
work
decided.
for, I've decided. No, I've decided that my next tablet is going to be a Windows tablet.
Really?
Yep, because I like the Windows functionality,
yeah,
and
but what are you gonna do
for
on
me,
it? There's no apps for it.
yeah, but for me, a tablet is only for a secondary use thing, and mostly that's for
Porn?
traveling.
Oh,
It's
okay. Like movies and shit.
movies, and
Like not
if
working.
I need to like look something up real quick or maybe call an Uber or whatever you do as like,
So why a Windows and not like an iPad or something?
because one, with an iPad, I'm not really a fan of the functionality. Okay, yeah, it's easy. It's great if you just want a one button, hey, push this, it works, but you can't tweak it, you can't mess with it.
What
It's
about the
great.
giant new iPad that you can get that's like the size
Yeah.
of your face?
You mean the
I
iPad
was
where
gonna say,
you
my
take
iPad's amazing.
the
But
screen off of your iPad, your iMac, and just take it with you everywhere?
Exactly. That's the point of it.
I was gonna say, I think my work laptop is an 11.2-inch tiny little thing, and the new
Oh,
iPad is a 12.9-inch screen, which is bigger
It's crazy.
than my work laptop.
crazy.
It's ridiculous. It's huge.
but
It's a
here's the
monster.
perfect thing about tablets. You don't have to take them out of your bag when you travel. You like with a
Oh,
laptop,
yeah,
you
you
have
don't
to take it out, you have to separate it. Tablets, you don't. And if you can get like a Surface or whatever, you've basically got a laptop for traveling. Where
Wow.
all you need is directions, movies for on the flight, and a little bit of, hey, what's in this city that I need to go look at? And then when you travel, you're not looking at your laptop. You're not looking at anything else. So that's
Yeah.
why I want
Not when I
Windows.
travel.
Well,
Depends.
I
I'm
did
like,
that on my
I'm
iPad,
like, can I
so-
still render film when I'm on my fucking trip? Okay, great.
yeah, but when you travel,
Depends on
you
who
take
you
about
are.
70 pounds worth of film
I do.
and lenses and cameras and all that.
Yep. I get
bulky stuff.
swab checked every time I go through anything.
Well,
Every time,
that's
right?
that's
I
because you
believe it.
take explosives also. So
I don't take explosives. I do not take explosives. Anybody that's
Can
You're
we
now on the
please
no-fly
not
list.
that's
Jesus
right.
Christ.
I'm just
right now.
I'm just trying to get Tristan on a list with the FBI right now.
Thanks, I appreciate it. That's really
Oh my gosh.
wow. Mike Manleaf, he lives in Arizona. He supplies me with all my syntax. It's perfect. So
That's right.
really
And I
cheap
can get it
too.
through
Give these
security
people
at the
right now.
airport too. 'cause
See,
I'm
he
first.
works there, and he just told you exactly how
That's
he
right.
does it.
Now
See,
I
I
feel
don't
a little
care.
freaked out.
So Windows 10.
Yes. Yeah. How do we? That was a segue. Wow. So, what are some of the games that you guys are playing right now? Bruce?
Well,
I
that's not the-
I'm running very lean right now with my gaming,
I
and
am too.
am primarily playing Heroes of the Storm, thanks to some of the AltTabMe people who sucked me into it. All of these, wherever you are. But I'm enjoying it. I actually, and I actually share this with Tristan because we both do not like MOBAs, or at least that is
Yeah.
my understanding.
I hated MOBAs. I hated them.
But it's I actually don't think Blizzard classifies it as a MOBA. I think they call it like
An arena
a
combat.
brawl something or another.
Really?
Yeah.
They called it an arena combat something.
It-
It really
it's-
plays
yeah.
like MOBA, doesn't it?
It has elements of a MOBA, but it's also very team based, and it does take some of the some of the traditional MOBA things that you're used to seeing out of it. Like you don't have to buy armor. There's a lot more focus on team objectives versus just farming a character to make them uber strong so they can carry later. So it's a very different MOBA. I'm enjoying it. It's probably the only game that I'm consistently playing these
Well,
days.
Blizzard's always been very consistent about making a game type accessible to the majority of people. They did that with MMOs because before World of Warcraft, it was just EverQuest, and it was such a steep learning curve getting into that game if you didn't start the day it opened. And then World of Warcraft came along, and everybody could play it. That's why they were so great. So it sounds like they're doing the same thing with the whole MOBA style of game with Heroes of the Storm.
Yeah, you know what? It's a MOBA for people that don't like the micromanagement of MOBAs.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like you literally level up with your group. It's really easy to jump into and start to understand. There's characters that are easier and harder. I mean, that's in other MOBAs too, but like I feel like the learning curve here is just a little easier.
And plus, it's
It is
a
friendlier.
familiar. There's
Yes.
familiarity with Blizzard. I mean, anyone that comes from World of Warcraft, it's like, oh, I know who 70% of these people are. I also know roughly what they're probably going to be able to do. I mean, you look at Thrall. Yeah, he swings his hammer around. He's got Wind Fury. He's he's throwing out Chain Lightning. Hey, that sounds like Thrall. That's very Thrall-esque. The StarCraft people, I'm not very big StarCraft, but you'll look around, you'll see Nova sniping, you'll see Raynor with his big gun out there, Tychus with his big minigun, and
Well,
I mean,
and the flavor text I think is the thing that really gets me. Is it's just when you're playing it. So like when you're playing as a healer, or you're playing as a damage dealer, and you're on Mumble with somebody or you're on voice chat or something, like it feels really good when somebody says, "Good job, thanks for the heal." Now the chance that actually happens in real life is 0. So what Blizzard has done is they've actually made it so when you do like a clutch heal, the character in game goes, "Fucking thanks, dude."
I love when they do that.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, I did something so good.
Yeah. No, see, it makes you feel good, and it
And
really.
then I get owned.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
But you had that one moment of good, and that makes
You
you
had
want
your
to,
2
you know,
seconds.
go again. So they definitely did a good
And
job.
I'll be honest, aside from World of Warcraft, I don't have a lot of experience with the Blizzard franchise of games. But I have started to look at the other games like Diablo and StarCraft because of this game. Because now I'm curious as a player. I'm like, well, I want to know about Kerrigan and Raynor and what that's all about. And so, like, I mean, I think it's brilliant how they kind of linked everything. And when you log into Battle.net, they're all right there for you. So you can just pick any of them up. So,
Yep.
good
No.
job.
And then they got Hearthstone on the mobile now, which is just fucking love that, man. That is the shitter game of the month.
well, it took a while for them to get onto phones, but the iPad transition was easy. And then
Yeah.
just getting it to phones, it's I don't know. I'm still blind and a half, so it's hard on the phone.
You need a huge phone like what I just got. Look at
No.
the size of this goddamn phone
no.
that I had to pick up.
My
Yeah.
God, they're as big as your head.
Yeah, look at
I do not want a phone.
I
This
got-
is good for
I've got a big head.
Hearthstone,
I've,
though.
I've got a big head. This
Totally
is-
Hearthstone.
Oh, and let's whip our dicks out and show how really big it is.
Yeah, I got this phone because of the phone plan I got, but it is the biggest goddamn phone I have ever had in my life.
Why?
It's
What is it?
the Nexus 6. It's as big as a
Oh,
Note.
that thing is freaking huge.
It's
Big.
It's like a
And-
5.9-inch screen. Like
Some-
that takes the
some
iPhone.
gigantic.
So that's like okay. So that's
It's as big
this is
as
the
that.
iPhone 6 Plus, and then
it's as big as that.
like compared to that, it would be like this.
Oh,
Just
wait.
need a textbook.
This would be the difference.
Oh my
this
God.
is my last phone.
Yeah.
Look at the difference
That's
between these two.
huge.
Jesus Christ.
This is a Polaroid camera, and that's about the size of the Nexus. Like
We
no
went back
shit.
to the 70s now? Is that what just
Yeah.
happened?
Like you're like hello.
I saw.
I'd like to call it an airstrike, please. Thank
Yes.
you.
I call it my tablet, my pocket tablet. But
Is your
I
tablet
only
going to be
got-
smaller than your phone?
Yeah.
Some of them may be.
Yeah, no, well, it's funny. When I upgraded to the 6 Plus, which I had the 6 first, and then Apple sent me a Plus because I had done some films for them, which was cool. and not for them, but I was doing films with their products, and they liked them. And they sent me the Plus because they were like, "Oh, you don't have one," and I was like, "No." I was like, "I like the smaller form factor." When I first got it, I was like, "Fuck, I can't. I hate this." And now I'm like, I just ordered 2 of the fucking S's, the Pluses, because I need.
Did you buy the new one?
I
love
did.
the
1
Plus.
millimeter
Oh
bigger
my
than
God.
The screen
Okay.
size is just like I love it.
I can't get over the Plus.
And I got the rose gold because it's fucking awesome, and I finally can have a
Yes.
pink phone, and nobody can make fun of me. Ha, suckers.
Well,
I'm gonna make
all
one
right.
better.
So I have to say that I do love this phone more than I had the Nexus 5 and I got the Nexus 6, mostly because I changed carriers because it was cheaper. But I love the phone way better than the old one. The speaker's better, the camera's better, everything's better on it. So I'm happy that I got it, but it's so big. And the stupid thing is, this is in my brain. The stupid thing is, 5 minutes after I started playing with it and got all my apps changed over and started using it, I looked at my other phone and I'm like, that's way too small. I'm never going to use that again.
Yeah, when I pick up the iPhone 6 now, I'm like, oh, this is so tiny. I'm like,
Yeah.
the fuck's wrong
I
with me?
know. I
So-
can't look at little iPhones anymore.
You get used to it. It's nice. It's nice
Yeah,
to have
I
that
don't
extra
have to
screen
get
real
used to
estate.
something bigger. I like my solve.
Don't you have big hands though? Like you're a big guy.
Yeah, but I can do everything on my phone. I don't need a monstrous screen. I like things that actually fit in my pocket. I don't need to carry around a purse just to carry my phone.
Well,
You know
I
what?
carry my man purse, so it's all good. So we're
Exactly.
good.
I carry my man
You
purse
get a
too,
new phone
so
that's
it's
big?
fine.
Exactly. I'm calling you out on both of that. So
You,
No, seriously,
you get a
I-
new phone that's big.
It's the way
and
to go.
change the tune.
I gotta
Next
carry
box
things
is-
like my fucking Polaroid printer. I gotta carry my backup battery. I gotta carry like a towel if I start sweating because it's New York and it's fucking
yeah,
horrible.
you know what I got? I got a phone, a wallet, and a set of keys. I got one pocket for a wallet, one pocket for phone, and then my keys on a little fucking latch on my pants.
Yeah, no.
Done.
Mm-mm.
Done.
Yeah,
Good
but
for the
here's
day.
the thing.
I haven't done the keys on the latch on the pants since I was like
I'm just
high school.
fabulous.
Shut
I don't
up.
have Any other excuse?
Here's the thing. Tristan is the Instagram white chick of the group. He will have the newest iPhone. He
Where is
will
this
have
going?
the purse. He will have all the things. But Bruce is the redneck living in a city of the
Easy
group.
now.
I don't know if I would call Bruce a redneck. Come
I'm
on.
feeling
No.
a little-
He does all the redneck stuff. The only thing he's missing
You?
is a big truck that runs on diesel.
What? He doesn't do the
And-
redneck thing at all.
I don't
He's
know.
an
if I
accountant.
agree
He's
with
like,
this
I don't
assessment.
need any of that.
I'm a financial
I just
analyst,
want my
thank
keys
you.
Sorry,
and
my bad.
what-
He does things with
Redneck.
numbers.
Where did this redneck come in?
Yeah, where did the redneck thing come from?
I
The
think he was
redneck
trying
is
to go
that
somewhere
you were
with it.
very much just, I want the things that used to be the way they were. Don't change.
I think that's you. I think you're
Yeah, I was
projecting
gonna
right
say, I just
now.
upgraded my phone this morning just like Tristan did.
Yeah, he got up at 3 or 10 a.m. I got up at 3 a.m. Whatever. Fuck it. I'm the girl. He's the boy. Whatever. It's
I
fine.
just bought brand new laptop. I just got a new phone.
Yeah, you're the one
I
that's
got
like,
big TV.
oh my god, the site changed. I can't deal with it.
I hate change.
Grandpa.
I'm the old man that says, get off my
He's
lawn.
projecting his insecurities
He is.
on.
This is
I
what's
know.
happening.
I think that's
2.0 is
really what's happening here.
fabulous.
Yeah.
Don't let anyone tell you differently.
Yeah, you're not.
Thank
you're
you
not
All
to
right.
everyone who made 2.0 possible.
Oh my god.
Oh, that was good.
I don't know how we got
love
on
how
that from Heroes
I think
of
this
the
topic started out
Storm.
on video games.
Heroes of
Oh,
the
I
Storm.
got one for you guys, because this is gonna be a good topic. So there is one game that we are looking forward to.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we don't put all our eggs in one basket, but if we did, it would be this game.
I can think of two things. I'm not sure what you're gonna do.
Oh,
I
come
was
on, Tim.
I know
tapping
what
my
he's gonna say.
desk if you couldn't
It's
tell.
only one game, dude.
There's only one game that we'll talk about.
Okay, Crowfall. Okay.
There it is, Crowfall.
Almost everybody
I
on the
think
site
you have a
contributed to
purple signature,
Kickstarter.
Don't you, Bruce? Or maybe you did.
He had one. I had built him one.
Yeah,
Well, I
you
thought we were. It could have been Overwatch. I know everyone's looking at Overwatch.
Oh yeah, no, Overwatch is definitely on our radar. Yeah.
Yeah. See.
But that's not like an MMO. So.
No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
But Crowfall is you know what? I don't like getting on hype trains. I don't. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
We've done it so
But
much.
every video I see that they release just makes me so much more excited. Like even the pre-alpha with nothing rendered looked awesome. I'm like, fuck this game.
Was
I
it-
like it because you
it's a
can jump
pre-alpha
in.
combat right now. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like the idea that
Very
you could
pretty.
jump in and you can jump the fuck out and your character's persistent and it's a risk type battle. So the battle resets. So you can actually fucking win. There's no more of this bullshit. Everybody's a winner. No, you either win or you fucking lose. And if you lose, you try again next time. It's fucking awesome. And then you can go to your
Well-
house afterwards and be like, look at all my shit. And then you can invite your friends over and your guilds over. You can have a fucking place to go. So for a community like ours, if they fucking actually
Get into it.
yeah, if they and if they well yeah, that too. But if they actually deliver on what they're saying, it has a lot of potential to really bring together a community.
Well, my favorite part about Crowfall right now is the fact that every step of the way they are making solid progress towards a good game, and you can see that in all their like sprints and all their videos that they release, and especially this last one where they showed actual combat between actual humans playing the game. I mean, the landscape and the trees and all that stuff were just blocky, whatever, but
They still looked good.
it
Their
looked
motion was nice.
yeah, it looked good enough that you could get a feel for how the game is going to play, and it was very well done in the way that you can feel like it's going to be a good game to play.
Yeah,
Not
but-
necessarily it needs to be pretty, not necessarily it needs to be whatever.
that's the
all
thing,
that
though.
stuff is extra.
We just came off of the huge hype train that was WildStar, and one of the things that we praised and praised and praised Carbine for was their transparency during building the game. So, and then we got into it, and yeah, we had transparency. And they didn't deliver on everything that, even though they said they were building, they didn't really deliver on it. And that's the only thing
There
I'm
was
still
no
skeptical.
pride in your faction. I think that was one of the biggest downfalls. No
Well,
matter
yeah.
what side you picked, and I'm sorry, but I have a fucking beast computer, and any town, the main towns that like you normally hang out in when you're not doing anything, brought my computer to a halt.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I'm loving the fact that they're being transparent. They're showing all this stuff up front. They're doing everything they can to keep the community involved and knowledgeable. But I mean, we just had that same thing happen, and we still got burned on it. So I don't know.
Well, the transparency is a hype thing. I think it comes down to how they deliver.
Right.
And
That's
I mean,
that's what I was-
WildStar didn't deliver. And so,
No.
Well,
I mean,
and
you can
that's
tell
why-
us all you want at the beginning, but if you don't
Plus, I feel like
give us the product,
they were
doesn't-
also it was a different product that they were selling, right? Like they were selling to us the idea that we're bringing the old MMO back, kind of thing. They were
It's
like,
true.
we're bringing raids back, we're bringing this shit back. And I'm sorry, but was I not the one that said bringing 40-man raids is a bad idea? It's a bad idea.
I enjoyed it. I won't lie. I did enjoy it. It just didn't fit my time commitment anymore.
Exactly, that's the
Well, that's
problem.
the point.
I became the market that they're marketing to, but then the market wasn't really for me anymore.
Which is why I feel like Crowfall has more potential in the terms that you can do exactly what we've been doing with Hearthstone and Heroes of the Storm and stuff like that. Is you jump in, you jump out. And for you, Bruce, like if you just want to craft one day, you can actually craft and actually help our guild go further from just doing that. Like you
So
don't,
excited for that again.
yeah.
So excited.
Well, that's the promise of Crowfall too. I mean, they're showing that they can have all these different realms that if you want to be kind of more casual, you can go into this realm. Or if you want to go really hardcore, you can go into this realm that's just about to end and do that type of thing. Or if you want to have a big guild that dominates the whole server, you've got this. That's what they're promising. We'll see if it works out or not. But with WildStar, it was, we're going to cater to the elite. And then once they realized that the elite is like 5% of their
1%.
Hey,
They knew it
Less-
too. They said
less
1%.
than
Yeah.
1%.
it was
Yeah.
less than 1%.
Yeah.
when they realized that, oh, these are 1% of the player base is going to pay for the game, oh, maybe we need to cater to everybody else.
Fuck is kind of the situation
Yeah.
that happened.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they knew. I mean, there's been so many documentations out there that it's 60% of the common player is really where you're making all your money. In today's mobile environment, it's less than 10% that pay money, but they pay more than 10 times that an average person would pay. Therefore, it is profitable. And the MMO sphere, it's the retention that really gets all your money through the subscriptions. Yeah, you get a huge box sale. Great. That paid for your original development. Subscriptions are where you're going to use the money for all of your enhancements and all of your additional content. WildStar did not have that. They did not have anywhere near the retention that they actually needed. And their box sales were actually quite lower than they expected as well. So right now, Crowfall has something like what, $2.3 million backing? Or 2.3, I think, was their latest milestone.
I don't know.
That's,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was their latest
I don't know.
milestone. That's not bad. That you're looking at a 400,000 box sale? Not even? No.
Oh geez, here comes the math.
Well, I'm just thinking. Well, if you're doing a,
I'm hoping he can do it real fast.
I'm not doing it because I know I can't.
Keep me waiting.
a 2.2 million is only a 44,000 on a $50 box sale. 44,000. That's not a lot.
I mean,
Right?
we'll have to see.
No, that's not right.
I'm trying to not.
It's 440.
This
I'm
train-
sorry, 440,000. I think WildStar sold
Yeah,
500,000 copies. I think that was their original benchmark. And that's not very much. Crowfall right now in their backing is looking to be about the same.
Yeah, but it seems like Crowfall is doing the right things so far,
Yeah.
that going forward, they will make a game that's fun to play.
Okay.
And that's what I
It
want.
looks
Numbers.
great.
That's
Yeah.
not right. It's 44,000. I was right the
Oh my
first
god,
time.
he's really on the number thing.
It's gonna bug him.
It's all right.
What's gonna
I had my
happen is-
calculator app up
was
right
great.
away. Yeah, I was right the first time. It was 44,000. It's 2.2 million at a $50 box sale.
I love you.
I was
Bruce.
right originally. You guys fucking made me panic when thinking I was wrong. God damn it. I hope you're right.
Say anything.
I hope
was
you're right, guy.
cheering for
I hope you're
you.
right. You better be right.
For you.
No, there's something to be said to wait. I mean, here are some reviews and stuff like that. I believed in what they were doing, so I didn't have a problem backing it. If they fail, oh well, you know what I mean. But like for instance, Guild Wars 2, they're coming out with an expansion.
3 years later.
3 years later. But it looks cool. I know that it's not going to be the game that I want it to be. But I remember having fun in that game. I remember playing World v World and PvP, and I like that aspect of it. But I'm not going to buy it yet. I'm going to wait until it releases. I'm going to see what the reviews are. I'm going to see if they did enough to fix it and make it fun in that aspect. And then maybe I'll try it out. I mean, I have the base game now, and I'll never lose it because it was, buy to play. And so it's like, why not wait and check it out? And then you have some time filler, It's like, I don't mind purchasing a game if there's going to be if I'm going to get at least, a week's worth of gaming out of it, that to me is worth it.
I tend to justify 1 hour for every dollar spent.
Yeah.
If I get more than that in a game, I feel like it was a justifiable purchase, and that's actually drastic. I know a lot of people will spend 5 hours on a $60 game, and they'll go, "Yeah, that was worth it." And it was just like, wow, that's so. It just seems so
Is there a
wrong.
game you
but
can do that nowadays?
like
I think you're
every console
exaggerating.
game.
No.
I
I'm
mean,
not a console game.
Mobile
person,
games?
I don't know.
Battlefield Hardline, that would be it. I spent 3 minutes. Justified.
No. I don't play shooters.
I like Guild Wars because it was pretty, and the events that they did were fun to play with friends. But
Except you
the
didn't
core-
feel like you were actually participating with friends. It was a very singular game.
Yeah, the core gameplay, just World v World, PvP, even the PvE stuff was very much. It was you didn't need anybody else.
PvP was a little bit more. You had to be with a group, but that
You had to be,
unfortunately
but
turned
that's
into a
just
Zerg
because
thing.
It was numbers. It was like,
it was a synergy.
yeah,
For the
did-
open world stuff, for sure.
But
You
I mean,
didn't
I felt like
pretend.
SPVP, like the arenas, I felt like that was a little more skill based. Like if you were running, but you had to have the right people running to the right nodes at the right time.
Yeah,
I was gonna say I watched the finals of the World Championships this year at PAX East, and it was intense. Like these guys were playing
I
for.
was there too. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they were playing for what, like $1 million prize pool or something like that.
Wow.
well,
It was
sure,
China
there's-
versus US in the finals, I think.
level.
Who won?
But for the core gameplay,
I forget.
it was very much I could go in and do my own thing, and it would pretty much affect the game as much as if I was good at the game or bad at the game. So
There-
it wasn't, you didn't have the feel that you got with a Trinity type game where you need that healer, you need that tank, and you're the support, or you're the tank, or you're the healer, or whatever. You had that set role. And that's what I miss with
The
Guild Wars.
biggest problem with that game was not that there wasn't a Trinity. It was that the damage mitigation and the support roles didn't actually exist. They were
Right.
called support and shit like that, but you could spec them to be berserker spec, which is basically a lot of damage. And so if you had 5 people doing max amount of damage, you could just die. Somebody could res you real quick, and you just kept doing that damage till the boss died, and it was really boring.
Yeah.
I think
I-
for me, that's where I struggled with Guild Wars 2 the most, because I love me some Trinity. So I have a hard time with that. I mean, it was fun. I got tons of hours out of Guild Wars 2. It was
Yeah, I did
such
too.
a
Yeah.
new concept for when it came out. Because I think it was it 3 years ago now?
It was
But,
3 years ago it launched.
I mean, that to have a game that did what it did with no Trinity, the open world stuff, the res system that was a little bit different. Like, it just had all these things in it that were so unique, and so I enjoyed it while I was there. But I'm not gonna lie, I love me some Trinity.
Well, that's why I like the events so much in Guild Wars 2, because they did those right. It brought people together. Whereas the other stuff was, you can do your own thing next to somebody, but it wasn't necessarily with somebody.
Yeah, well, the thing that I am looking forward to is that there's a new World v World, and they made it green. They made it they made it like Indiana Jones colored. Like, it looks very interesting.
Oh, that sounds so fun.
Yeah, see, that's
If they
the
added
only thing I'm
buttons,
looking forward
it'd be
to.
perfect.
So we'll see how they do. And I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for the reviews, and if it's a good review, or if it's even a mediocre review, I'll probably buy it, because it
Yeah.
was fun, and I have a character in there, but a couple, and it's like, why not?
I'm sure we'll have tons of stuff on the site once it's out and people will play it. So we'll see.
I just still have things from Halloween 3 years ago that I'm selling now. I randomly have like 900 gold in the game. And
I know, me too. I have like
few
I have a
thousand
couple
in
thousand
auctions.
gold now. Yeah.
yeah, I think someone was telling me the other day they're pricing out. I still have 2 great chainsaws or something like that, and one of the ghastly shields. And someone was like, "Yeah, that's about 11,000 gold just for those items." It's like, cool.
Wow.
That sounds cool. Too bad I'm not playing.
Well, and gems, you
Amazing.
can convert the gold to gems still, and the gem
Yeah, but
conversion is
how-
still really low.
Yeah, but why would I?
Well,
just have no
one
need
thing
to
that
do
was
it.
very cool that I like that they added, and I wish more games would do this, the armor, you can wear any arm. Stop it. You can.
Your cat is totally molesting you right now.
He was like, "You want to see some nipple, guys? Let's do this."
I was like, oh my.
Wow, I look like my hat. Okay. Seriously, like, this is
The
weird.
armor was very nice.
No, but you can, instead of just like, if you're a caster, you can wear heavy armor now and stuff like that.
Oh. That's
Not actually wear it, but you can skin
Can
your stuff to look
skin
like it, which is cool.
Transmog, I
Yeah.
think it's the common.
Yeah, like a transmog.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that because I like dressing up, so fuck it.
Well, you always had a pretty outfit whenever you were playing.
Yeah, it was a good game for that. It was really like
It was a very pretty game.
So, and it still is. I mean, it still looks great. I have it installed still, and it looks great. It's just it's very complicated now. There's a lot of stuff in there that I don't understand, and you can't. There's no websites, unfortunately, that really run anymore that show you good specs and stuff like that. Like, they all went under. Curses, Guild Wars 2 Guru or whatever the fuck it was is gone. Like, it's there, but it doesn't. Nobody posts on it. So it's hard to find information on the game anymore.
I
It
think
is,
that's for any,
It is 3 years old for an MMO.
Yeah, but
real-
look at World of Warcraft. I mean,
Wow,
Yeah,
that's-
but-
done for what, 10 years?
Yeah.
It's hard to
11
combine.
years now?
It's hard to compare it to World of Warcraft, though. It's a
Yeah, but
That's like comparing
Warcraft still
That's like
pumped out
comparing
content.
any app
True.
to Minecraft and being like, well, look at Minecraft's success. It was a fucking crazy ass one-off.
yeah, I guess that's true.
So
I can't think of any other game really that you could, other than like the WoW or the Minecraft, that you could say, "Hey, look at this! It's lasted."
Ultima
But
League of Legends.
No, Ultimate Online is only good.
It's still going. It's still going. They
It
still
is.
have their servers up, and they still charge you a subscription. They have about 100,000 players still. I mean, that's damn good for a game that came out in 1992.
I
92.
graduated high school in 92.
92. It was not 92.
Or 90.
No, it was later than that. It had to have been.
94. 94. That was it. It was
I was gonna say,
94.
EverQuest was 99.
Yeah, it was
So,
90. It was
true.
94. And there's a lot of private servers too, and I don't know. I still love that game. The housing is just so much fun, and like when you log into that game, everything is player-run economy. So I think that's my favorite part is that. Yeah.
Tristan liked economics in a video game.
Of course, dude. I'm always up there making money with you. Come on. Me and Tig ran an entire thing on freaking.
Up there is.
What was it?
I
A
don't
2 or 3 part podcast?
Yeah, all about money making. Come on. I mean, I understood
I
like maybe
still
1% of
out-earned
what he
both of
said, but whatever.
I out-earned both of you still.
Yeah, because you.
Oh my gosh, are we
whatever.
really gonna go here right now?
Yeah. Well, no,
Hey.
we can hold off. We can hold off. But my penis is bigger than both of yours.
But my curveball champion status still stands.
Oh,
Whatever.
fuck you. You beat me by 100 points. You beat me by less than 0.3% of a
Listen.
deviation.
It's still bigger.
I'm
Ah!
gonna with
Wise
you.
words of
Oh.
Vin Diesel.
Ultima Online
Win,
came out in
doesn't matter if
1997,
you
by
win
the
an
way.
inch or if you
97.
win
See, I
by a
told you
mile.
it wasn't 92.
Thank you, Rux. That's our
Thank
chat box I'm
you.
looking at, by the way. That's our chat box on the
Chat
site.
box helping us out.
Yep.
Oh, no. I need to go look.
So.
And
But
now
they-
everyone all tabs to the.
Yeah, now we're like, oh, we're doing a podcast?
Alt-tab.
Wait, hold on.
That's the whole point of AltTabMe. You can alt-tab to it and waste your whole life on the site.
Yep.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay, so we mentioned EverQuest.
No.
How disappointed is everybody that EverQuest Next just basically fell apart? I was so hyped for that.
I'm not because I didn't like get into the hype enough to even give a shit.
I
I was so ready for that game.
One trailer is not enough for me to be like, oh my god.
If you had showed me ESO and EverQuest Next side by side, I wouldn't know which was which. Like I don't know anything about those two, where they would both seem like the same thing to me.
But for me, it wasn't about the look. It was more about the whole thing with the story bricks and the fact that what you did actually mattered in the world, and
But
it could
did it?
change. Yeah, it could change the things that happen. Like if a bunch of people would attack an area and that was infested with orcs, the orcs would go away and they wouldn't be there anymore. You couldn't just go to an area and know there was a quest there and do the thing where you killed 10 people and then brought their eyeballs back to one dude. It would move, you know, it would change. You know how it works. The same old kill
fuzzy
gather
feet.
quest.
Save the Murlocs.
Exactly.
Well,
I don't
was
know.
that
I didn't
actually-
get on that hype train either. So
Yeah, was that properly implemented though? Like I honestly know absolutely nothing about this.
No, what happened was they were working on it and they were going to, like, that was their direction.
Yeah, and then they
But
broke
so-
off into the
so-
housing game or whatever.
Yeah.
yeah, landmark or
Yeah.
something
Yeah,
like that.
was
So
terrible.
yeah, they wanted to create an artificial world with real world implications.
They wanted
and
to make
they never delivered.
Minecraft.
Pretty
They-
much.
They tried to go
Yeah.
the Minecraft route. and
Minecraft with more
EverQuest.
MMO feel.
Guess
but
what? Minecraft exists. Sorry, guys. Not gonna
Mhm.
win that battle. You're not gonna win it.
Oh god, didn't that guy just sell it for like $2 billion?
2.5
There was a
$5
huge
billion.
there was a huge Twitter thing where, and I posted it on the forums. I was actually
Yeah.
really proud of him. Not proud, but I thought it was very brave.
Respect.
I respected him for it. He wrote how
Launch.
the money was making it very difficult for him to feel like he was worth anything, and that he just felt very empty. And a lot of people looked at him and were like, dude, you have $2 billion. What the fuck's wrong with you? And the fact that, like, people that get that amount of money that quickly, and that's like liquid cash. We're not talking like stock options. We're talking like $2 billion. There you go, buddy. Like, his life is so much different than everybody else's right now that he just doesn't know how to adjust to it. And I thought it was very brave of him to actually say something and get, you know, an outreach to like
So-
everyone.
So you feel a little bit of pity for a guy who just earned $2.5 billion?
I do, because I honestly, I had a really good job, not in the realm of $2 billion a year, but I had a really good job. It paid me extremely well. And when I left it and I wasn't getting paid that amount of money anymore, I realized that money was not the answer, and sometimes it caused a lot of problems. And if you're not doing something that you're passionate about all the time, it's hard to move forward.
Well,
And so,
yeah, and it's true.
I mean, don't get me
Truth
wrong.
is-
I also think he made the errors that every person that hits money immediately makes. He spent it on bottle services and Ibiza
complaining
runs
about
and
going
shit
to
like that.
Ibiza and only having people want him for his money when he's paying for
Right. I mean,
$100,000 parties.
there's ways that you can go about that so that you're not doing, you're not spending your money like that, and you can actually get a little more, stuff out of your life. But for someone that has never experienced that, would you not do it? I would fucking do it.
I would. He could literally buy a small country right now.
Especially a guy that's kind of old, bald.
He's gaming.
fat,
He's a
and
gamer.
pale.
He's a nerd. He's like,
Yeah.
he's
You're
social.
gonna go
He's an
crazy.
introvert. He got a shit ton of
Exactly.
money, and all of a sudden he got a shit ton of attention. And if you have a shit ton of money, obviously girls are gonna come at you, not for the right reasons, but like it's gonna happen. You're gonna get this unwanted attention, and you're gonna think it's amazing at first, and then you're gonna realize it's fucking empty. And so, I feel bad for the guy, but at the same time, I feel like with the right support, now that he's told people, maybe he can turn that around.
Well, and I think that's the way pretty much anybody who gets that amount of money, like a large amount of money, they will go through that phase. And if they have enough money to actually weather that phase, then they will do good with it further on.
Yeah,
I think
mean,
what we
it's-
need to
yeah.
do is someone
should-
give me $2.5 billion. We can do a case study on this. Follow my process of adapting to being a billionaire and document it.
He can come to.
And
He
then
can come
that-
to. We can invite him to AltTabMe.
There you go.
And not for his money, right?
Not
And
for
we
his
will
money.
accept him for who he is, with
Exactly.
or without the money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we just need a couple upgrades, but that's it.
Yeah,
Oh
have
my
him
gosh.
buy some premium stuff.
Yeah.
We'll throw Millie at him.
Oh jeez, don't even go there with me right now.
He might be confused. You never know.
Oh my gosh.
You might be what he's looking for in life. He's just
All right,
been.
so back to gaming and off of Millie's personal life.
Oh, sorry, Millie.
Oh,
fine.
here come the ambulances.
uh,
Can't have a
it's
podcast without it.
It's not a podcast unless Tristan has alarms in the background or sirens.
Sirens. Yep. So, well, I think that's a pretty good start for our first podcast back.
Start?
We've
What?
we've pretty much talked about everything and all the things and not anything at all at the same time.
That's
So
Perfect.
That's what we do.
yeah. If you've enjoyed this podcast, feel free to go to AltTabMe.com and watch the highlights and you can, if you didn't see it all or if you want to just listen to it while you're at work, feel free. We'll make an audio version, all that good shit. But definitely come check out the site. Come hang out with us. There's a lot of cool games coming out. There's a lot of games that we're currently playing. Come play with us. Come play with us, Johnny. But also,
ambulance.
oh my God, the worst timing ever.
During your outro.
I know. It's ruining it. No, it's fine. But yeah, check out the new stuff. If you're an old member and you've been away for a while and you're like, holy shit, look, a podcast. Come check us out. Come say hello. Come check out Millie's new user guide. It'll help you. And yeah, I think that's about it for today. So, from AltTabMe.com, signing out. See you guys next time.
Love you. Bye.
Love you. Why do you what?
Yes.
Wow.
I love all of you.
He got the last thing in. Bruce, you didn't get the last thing in.
That's all right.
All right.